Wow, this restaurant is really nice. I am so glad we decided to try a new place for dinner tonight.
Me too, Emma. The atmosphere is great. It feels very cozy and welcoming, and the menu looks very interesting.
It does. I have heard that this place is famous for its authentic and flavorful food. I am excited to try something new and adventurous.
Adventurous? That sounds a little bit scary. I am usually a little more careful when I try a new restaurant.
Oh, don't be so cautious, David. Trying new things is part of the fun. It is good to step out of your comfort zone sometimes.
I suppose you are right. I just do not want to order something and then regret it because I do not like it.
I understand that, but we can look at the menu together. I can help you choose something that you might like.
That would be helpful. Thank you. You are much better at choosing interesting dishes than I am. I always end up ordering the same simple things.
Well, tonight is the night to change that. Let's have a look. I see a lot of delicious options on this menu.
Okay, I will try to be more open-minded, but please, no big surprises for me tonight.
Okay, no big surprises. Let me see. Ooh, this dish looks amazing. It is called the Fiery Volcano Curry.
The fiery volcano curry? Just the name of that dish makes me nervous. It sounds incredibly hot and spicy.
It does sound spicy, which is why I want to try it. I absolutely love spicy food. It makes everything taste so much more exciting.
See, that is where we are very different. I do not really like spicy food. In fact, I usually try to avoid it completely.
Really? You avoid it? I did not know that about you. I thought most people enjoyed at least a little bit of spice in their food.
I can handle a tiny bit of black pepper, but that is about it. When I see a little chili pepper symbol next to a dish on a menu, I immediately look for something else.
That is so interesting. So you always order the mildest option available? You never feel like you are missing out on different flavors?
Not really. I prefer food that is savory or sweet. I just do not understand the appeal of making your mouth burn. It does not seem pleasant at all.
It is not about the pain. It is about the flavor and the sensation. A good spicy dish has a wonderful, complex taste.
I will have to take your word for it. My mouth is very sensitive, I think.
So, how would you describe your tolerance for spicy food? On a scale from 1 to 10, where 10 is extremely spicy.
I would say I am a 1, maybe a 0, if that is an option. I am really not exaggerating, Emma.
A 0? Wow! So you have never had a medium spicy dish? Or even something that is just a little bit hot?
I tried once. A few years ago, a friend convinced me to try a spicy chicken wing at a party. It was a terrible experience.
Oh no! What happened? Was it just too hot for you to handle?
It was more than just hot. My mouth felt like it was on fire. My eyes started watering and my nose began to run. I had to drink 3 glasses of water and it did not help at all.
It sounds like you tried something that was way too spicy for a beginner.
That is like trying to run a marathon without ever jogging first.
That is a good analogy. I felt so uncomfortable. After that experience, I decided that spicy food was just not for me. It was too intense.
I can understand why you would feel that way after such a bad first impression, but maybe you just tried the wrong dish. Not all spicy food is designed to cause you pain.
Maybe, but I have not been brave enough to try again since that day.
I feel bad that you had such a negative experience. For me, it is one of the great joys of eating.
Can you explain it to me? What exactly do you like about it? I am genuinely curious to understand.
Well, it is hard to describe. It is a warm sensation that spreads through your mouth. It is not just about the heat. It is also about the flavor of the peppers themselves.
So the chili peppers have their own taste, separate from the heat.
Yes, absolutely. Different types of chili peppers have different flavors. Some are smoky, some are a little sweet, and some are more earthy. The spice is just one part of their character.
I never thought about that. I always just imagined hot as a single painful taste.
Not at all. And for me, the heat makes me feel awake and alive. It is a little thrill. It makes the meal more of an experience, not just something you eat.
A thrill? Like riding a roller coaster? That is a very interesting way to think about food.
Exactly. It adds a layer of excitement. A perfectly spiced dish has a balance. You can taste all the other ingredients, but there is a pleasant, warm burn in the background. It is a good feeling.
A pleasant burn. That sounds like a contradiction to me, but I am starting to understand your perspective a little better.
And there are so many different kinds of spicy ingredients. It is not just one thing.
What do you mean? I thought spicy food just came from chili peppers.
Chili peppers are the most common source, yes. But there are hundreds of different types of chili peppers. You have jalapenos, which are moderately spicy. Then you have habaneros, which are much hotter.
I have heard of those. Are those the little red or green peppers?
Yes, they come in many shapes, sizes, and colors. But other things can be spicy too. For example, have you ever had wasabi with sushi?
Oh, yes. That is a very different kind of spicy. The heat goes straight to my nose, not my tongue. It is a very sudden and sharp feeling.
Exactly. That is a different kind of chemical that creates the spicy sensation. The heat from wasabi disappears very quickly. The heat from chili peppers can linger for several minutes.
That is true. I remember the chicken wing burn lasted for a long time. What else is spicy?
Well, you have horseradish, which is similar to wasabi, and some types of mustard can be very pungent and spicy. Even ginger and black pepper have a mild heat to them.
It is a whole world of flavor that I have been avoiding. I did not realize it was so diverse and complex.
It really is. But I have a question for you. When you ate that super spicy chicken wing, what did you do to make the burning stop?
I just drank a lot of water. I thought it would wash the spice away, but it seemed to make it worse. It felt like I was just spreading the fire around my mouth.
That is a very common mistake. Water is actually one of the worst things to drink when you eat something too spicy.
Really? Why is that? It seems like the most logical thing to do.
The chemical in chili peppers that makes them hot, called capsaicin, is an oil. And as you know, oil and water do not mix. So the water just spreads the oily capsaicin all over your mouth.
That makes so much sense. That is exactly what it felt like. So, what should I have done instead?
The best thing to drink is milk. Dairy products like milk, yogurt, or sour cream contain a protein called casein, which binds with the capsaicin and washes it away.
Wow, that is a fantastic tip. I wish I had known that years ago. So, a glass of milk is the secret weapon against too much spice?
It is the best remedy. Also, eating something starchy like bread or rice can help. They absorb the spicy oils and give your mouth some relief.
Milk and bread. I will remember that. That information alone makes me feel a little less scared of trying spicy food again.
I am glad to hear that. You know, you do not have to go from 0 to 10 on the spice scale. You can slowly build up a tolerance.
You can build a tolerance? Like exercising a muscle? Your mouth can get stronger?
In a way, yes. If you start eating food with just a little bit of spice regularly, your mouth's pain receptors become less sensitive to the capsaicin over time.
So, if I start small, I might be able to handle more spice in the future without feeling so much pain.
Exactly. You could start with a dish that is described as mildly spicy, or you could just add a tiny pinch of chili flakes to your own food at home.
That sounds like a manageable approach. I could control the amount of spice myself. That is a much less intimidating idea.
It is all about gradual exposure. You might be surprised. After a few weeks, you might find that you actually enjoy the little bit of heat. And then you can try something a little spicier.
So I should not give up on it completely just because of one bad experience.
I do not think you should. You are missing out on so many amazing cuisines from around the world. So much delicious food from countries like Mexico, Thailand, and India has a wonderful spicy element.
You are making a very convincing argument, Emma. You are like a spicy food ambassador.
I am just passionate about good food. So, have you thought about what you want to order? I have made my decision.
You are going to order the fiery volcano curry, aren't you?
No, even that sounds a little too intense for me tonight. I think I will get the spicy coconut shrimp. The menu says it is medium spicy, which is perfect for me.
Medium spicy. That still sounds brave to me. But I am curious. What about you? Have you decided on something safe and mild? I was looking at the grilled chicken with lemon and herbs. It sounds very safe. But after our conversation, I am feeling a little bit more adventurous.
Oh, really? That is great to hear. What are you thinking?
I do not think I'm ready to order a spicy dish for myself, but would it be okay if I tried a very small bite of your shrimp when it arrives?
Of course, David. I would be happy to share. I think that is a brilliant idea. And for your dish, what if you asked the waiter to make it just a little bit spicy?
You think I could do that? Just ask for a tiny bit of spice in my chicken dish?
Absolutely. You can say, could you please make it very, very mild, but with just a hint of spice? They will understand.
That is a great idea. Okay, I am going to do it.
I am going to be brave. Here comes the waiter now.
You can do it. This is a big step for you. I am proud of you. Well, the food is here and it looks incredible. My shrimp smells amazing. You can smell the chili and the coconut.
My chicken looks wonderful too. It does not look too spicy. I can see a few tiny red flakes, but not too many. Okay, I am going to try it first.
Go on. What do you think? Is it too much for you?
It is interesting. I can taste the lemon and the herbs first, and then there is a little bit of warmth that comes afterwards. It is not painful at all. It is actually nice.
I told you. It just adds another layer of flavor. I am so happy you like it.
I do. It is very subtle. Okay, now for the big test. Can I try one of your shrimp? Just a small bite.
Of course. Here you go. Be prepared. This will definitely be spicier than your chicken.
Okay. Wow. Okay, yes. That is definitely spicy. I can feel the heat, but it is not like that chicken wing. First, I tasted the shrimp and the coconut, which were delicious. The heat came after.
And is it too much? Do you need some bread or some of your water?
My mouth is tingling. It is a strong sensation, but it is not unbearable. It is actually kind of exciting. I think I understand what you mean by a thrill.
I am so glad you tried it. And you handled it very well. You did not even flinch.
I am surprised at myself. The flavor was so good that the heat was worth it. It was a completely different experience from before.
That is because it is a well-made dish. The chef balanced the flavors perfectly. The spice is part of the dish, not the only thing you taste.
I can see that now. This has completely changed my opinion on spicy food. I was so afraid of it for so long, all because of one bad experience.
Sometimes we just need to give things a second chance, and it helps to have some knowledge, like knowing to drink milk instead of water.
That is true. I feel much more prepared now. I do not think I'll be ordering the extra hot options anytime soon, but I am not going to avoid the little chili pepper symbol on the menu anymore.
That is wonderful progress for one evening. Maybe next time we could try a mild curry together.
I would really like that. I feel like a whole new world of food has just opened up for me. Thank you for encouraging me, Emma.
Of course, David. That is what friends are for. Now, let's enjoy our delicious and perfectly spicy dinner.
Yes, let's. I'm actually going to have another tiny bite of your shrimp, if you do not mind. I think I'm ready for round 2.